guys, we are in Selva di Cadore in the bottom of Passo Giau. We've got now 10 kilometers to climb, average at 9%, very consistent climb, Passo Giau to reach the 2200 meters. We have to say that the profile of Passo Giau is a little bit fake, because okay, it's hard, 10k is at 9%, it is savage, but to get to this point we are right now, to the bottom of the climb, like it says the profile, we've been climbing for at least 5 or 6 kilometers, so the climb is 10k in the profile, but it should be 15 or 16, because yeah, to get here we've been like 20 minutes or more climbing. The word to define Passo Giau is consistency. It's very consistent, no recovery sectors, all the time at 9-10% till the top during the 10 kilometers. Consistent as the first cyclist who made the top of Passo Giau in the history of the Giro d'Italia was back in the 70s, Mr. Eddie Merckx. He was the first cyclist to make the top of this extreme and hard climb when that Passo Giau still was a gravel path.
Back with all his strength.
Passo Giau was a gravel path, or like they say here in Italy, was terrato till quite late, till 1986 when they decided to put a layer of asphalt. But the reason why they did it so late is because Passo Giau, there's nothing in the top. I mean, okay, it connects two valleys, the town of Selva di Cadore with Cortina d'Ampezzo, but there's another climb much shorter that it also connects both towns, and Passo Giau was the long way to connect those two towns, so there was no rush to put asphalt in this secondary road. But yeah, back in '86 they decided to put asphalt, and since then the Giro d'Italia has done quite a lot of appearances here.
Bernal's gonna win this! Bernal is gonna take the Maglia Rosa on one of the most famous days of racing in recent history. He smashes himself up the final steep ramp, 300 meters to go. Who can respond? Bernal is making massive gains in GC. On this massive stage that has been brutal from start to finish, and one rider above all rises to the top and takes the win, takes the jersey and makes a huge statement. You're going to have to dig very deep and do something special to stop Egan Bernal winning the Giro.
And here we are in the first tornante of the Passo Giau, tornante numero 4, switchback number 4 out of the 29 we're going to do today. I'm seeing people struggling a lot in Passo Giau. I think this 9% gradient consistent, maintained during the 10 kilometers of the climb, it really hurts on the legs. And I'm seeing people struggling more than in the Tour de France climbs. I've been in the Tour de France mountains a few weeks ago, and people wasn't going that slow and struggling that much. And now it comes to my mind what many people say about the Giro d'Italia climbs like Passo Giau, that they say that they are the toughest climbs in the world. Is that really true or not? I think it is. I think it is, because if you look at the history of the Tour de France climbs and then you compare it to the Giro d'Italia climbs like this one, it makes sense, because Tour de France climb, many of the Tour de France climbs, they were built in the times of Napoleon. Napoleon ordered to build many of the Tour de France climbs mainly for military reasons, but by the time they didn't have engines, they didn't have cars to carry a lot of weight on the climb. So if they wanted to carry many stuff on that climb, they had to rely on horses. So horses, they had power, but not to carry a lot of weight on a 20% slope. So what they did was to design the climbs with a gentle gradient, 6, 7, 8% maximum gradient. So that's why the Tour de France climbs are not as steep as the Giro d'Italia climbs that were built years later when we already had engines and cars to carry more weight. So they could make shorter climbs, steeper but shorter climbs, because they had the engines to carry a lot of weight on steeper slopes. No more trees, and starts appearing the rocks, the famous Dolomite rocks. Just when you get to the last kilometer, you can see the top. This house over there is the top, so you can manage your effort. And the top nowadays, I mean, there's nothing important. I mean, just a touristic place. But years ago, it used to be a border, the border between the Austrian Empire and the Republic of Venezia. So here we are in the top of Passo Giau, one of the most outstanding landscapes I've ever seen. This is the famous rock of Passo Giau. That is peculiar because the Giro d'Italia has climbed here several times, but it hasn't been ever a summit finish of the Giro d'Italia. So imagine the finish line of the Giro d'Italia, everything being around here in this amazing, awesome landscape that we have here in the Dolomites. So Giro d'Italia organization, you know now what to do. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video of this climb of Passo Giau, and see you guys climbing more epic mountains.